The EQE has the same lozenge-like shape as the EQS sedan, which is dictated by aerodynamics. The appeal of the design is up for debate, but the smooth shape reduces aerodynamic drag, which helps improve efficiency and range. Under the skin, the EQE is also based on the same EVA2 architecture as the EQS sedan, but while the two EQ sedans look similar at first glance, the EQE is a bit smaller than its sibling. It's 10.6 inches shorter than the EQS sedan with a 3.5-inch shorter wheelbase. Rear seat passengers might notice the difference, but like its gasoline-class counterpart, the EQE is aimed more at drivers than passengers. Its tidier proportions were also a bit more pleasing to our eyes, making the EQE look sleeker than its sibling. Mercedes hasn't published interior measurements, but subjectively the front seats felt quite roomy. Rear seat legroom was decent as well, but like the EQS sedan, the EQE's low roofline can make the back seats feel a bit cramped. The steeply raked windshield also created a visibility problem. It seemed like the windshield pillars were always in the way when turning. The EQE will offer 4 different powertrains. The EQE 350 Plus is the base car with a single motor powering the rear wheels. That motor provides 288 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. Mercedes says it'll do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. That might sound slow when compared to the ludicrous bar set by electric luxury cars, but it really isn't. Driving range and fuel efficiency haven't been announced yet for the US, but its 90.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack should provide in excess of 300 miles on a charge and is capable of 170 kilowatts DC fast charging. Mercedes says a 354matic is coming this year, which will be the entry version with all-wheel drive courtesy of a motor added for the front axle. The two motors produce the same 288 horsepower as the 350 Plus, but boost torque up to 564 pound-feet. It's just slightly quicker, doing 0 to 60 in 6.0 seconds, moving up to the EQE 500 4matic. This spicier all-wheel drive variant's dual motors provide a total of 402 horsepower and 633 pound-feet of torque. This extra oomph reduces the 0 to 60 time to 4.5 seconds. We don't know yet what the extra power means for range from the 90.6 kilowatt-hour battery, but it will certainly sacrifice some range. The line-topping EQE sedan will be called the Mercedes-AMG EQE, with a pair of beefier motors providing 617 horsepower and 701 pound-feet of torque, though a race start function will temporarily unleash a total of 677 horsepower and 738 pound-feet. The AMG EQE will do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, which shrinks to 3.2 seconds with race start activated. The EQE feels roomy and cozy. The seats are comfortable and feature rich synthetic leatherette or authentic leather. Heated front seats are standard, ventilated, and massaging seats are available. There are a number of trim options including wood or laser-etched plastics, and everything you touch feels substantial. Ambient lighting throughout the cabin helps create more ambience as the sun goes down, and there are a variety of color schemes from which to choose. Whether or not your EQE has the optional hyperscreen that covers the whole dash with 3 displays in one contiguous glass panel, it will have a digital instrument panel and a large, central infotainment screen. With either system, it's easy to find Mercedes tech daunting, and it will take some time to get used to. But once you do, you'll have a wealth of information and customization at your fingertips. The MBUX system will bring relevant functions like displaying your next turn to the foreground automatically, and voice recognition can further help you to have to dig through menus. Saying "Hey Mercedes" activates voice control, but don't be surprised if the voice assistant chimes in whenever you discuss the brand in the car. An optional head-up display employs augmented reality to do things like highlight the car in front of you when using adaptive cruise control, or projecting arrows overlaying the road to point out your next turn when navigating. Starting with that base model, you'll find acceleration that's effortlessly quick, quiet, and smooth. It's not powerful enough to get your guts a-twirlin', but 288 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque is plenty to feel fast in the city and keep up with faster flowing traffic on the highway. The 500 4matic's 402 horsepower makes for faster starts, as well as increased motivation at higher speeds for quick passing maneuvers. Other than the powertrains, the non-AMG EQE models feel the same to drive. Both can be had with an air suspension to further improve the ride and let the chassis adapt its behavior based on your selected drive mode, though a tad more noise and motion can be sensed within the EQE. Both can also be equipped with rear-wheel steering, which makes for smoother high-speed lane changes and exceptional maneuverability in tight parking lots. They have 3 selectable levels of regenerative braking, plus an automatic mode that will help maximize your range while helping to keep your distance when coasting behind another vehicle. The strongest regeneration setting creates some strange brake pedal behavior, with the pedal moving even when you don't move it, and it won't necessarily be where it was when your foot left it.